Nah, nih buat yang dari kemarin nanyain gua kapan rilis pembahasan Welcome to Raccoon City, padahal di video, di live, di postingan community gua udah bilang berkali-kali ya, kalau pembahasannya itu bakal di-up tanggal 29 Desember 2012 karena itu adalah jadwal resmi film ini rilis di Indonesia. Nah, nih khusus buat kalian nih, gua cepetin 3 hari ya. Nah, kenapa sih awalnya gue tuh kekeh banget pengennya tanggal 29? Selain gue tuh pengennya karena ini lebih resmi ya, karena kan rilisnya secara legalnya itu di Indonesia tanggal 29 gitu ya. Sebab lainnya adalah di sini gue juga mau sedikit ngaku ya. Gue itu udah nonton film ini dari Oktober akhir. Dari bulan Oktober akhir tuh gue udah nonton. Jadi buat lu pada yang di kolom komentar kemarin yang sibuk mau bikin gue spoiler, udah nggak guna gitu ya. Di sini gue rada-rada bragging dikit gitu ya, karena dari kemarin gue lihat banyak banget yang semangat banget mau spoiler gitu ya. Nggak mempan coy, gue udah nonton dari Oktober bahkan sebelum audiens Amerika. Jadi nggak mempan gitu semuanya ya. Nah, kenapa gue bisa nonton duluan? Nah, ini karena gue itu diundang oleh Sony Pictures Indonesia untuk melaksanakan kegiatan press junket. Dimana dalam kegiatan ini gue itu dapat kesempatan untuk ngobrol sama para pemainnya Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Nah, itulah yang bakal kalian tonton sekarang ya. Gue itu dapat kesempatan untuk ngobrol sama Avan Giogia, sama Tom Hopper, kemudian sama Robbie Amell. Mereka adalah pemeran dari Leon, Wesker, dan juga Chris di film ini. Nah, jadi gak usah lama-lama lagi, langsung aja kalian tonton video interview gue bareng mereka sekarang.
Hey, Evan and Tom, hello. Yeah, hey, I'm good, thanks. So my name is Yuda, and I'm from Resident Evil Lore Indonesia. Basically, I'm a fan channel for Resident Evil game here in Indonesia, and
oh, cool.
Yeah, I also talk about other horror game, but mostly I talk about Resident Evil. So, how are you guys?
Good, man. Really good.
Yeah, good to be talking to you. You're like a real fan of the games. This is cool.
If I may brag, yes, maybe. Are you guys in this
game?
Yeah, a big fan. Are you guys in the same city right now? It's like it's a day or
I'm in.
Oh, no.
I'm in LA. It is 5:40 in the morning right now.
5:40. It's quite early.
And what time is it in Jolly Old England?
Yeah, I'm in UK. Yeah, it's 1:45. Yeah, 1:50 or whatever it is. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna start with two questions that. Wait. First question. This is actually you can answer both of you or just one of you. So, can you tell me what is the experience in filming Welcome to Raccoon City?
An amazing experience. I mean, it was so fun to inhabit the world of the video games and sort of be, because the games that I played as a kid. Sort of be like teleported into these spaces, and they were some of the sets were remade so faithfully. Like I think Capcom provided like schematics from the game.
Oh yeah, it's so
help
accurate.
With the builds and stuff, which is really cool. I mean, that's the way to do it. And so that was cool. It was cool to be in those spaces.
Yeah, it's really accurate. I've seen the sets, all of it. I've seen the movie. It's really accurate, all of it. And I've got these questions for Tom. Can you tell me the research that you've done to get into Albert Wesker's character? Like, have you played the game, or maybe have you watched a playthrough?
Yeah, I did. I watched a lot of playthroughs because I didn't have a PS4 at the time.
Okay.
So, basically, I went back to the beginning because my first experience with Wesker was the very first games, right, in the 90s.
Yeah.
So I went back to the beginning and I watched it because I didn't have any of the consoles. So I was like, right, I'm going to start from the beginning again. So I did like a bunch of walkthroughs on YouTube. And I had to go to my nephew who is big into gaming. I was like, right, what do I do to what? Because I know all the kids these days do these, they watch people playing.
You don't have to play the game. You can just watch someone play the game. Yeah,
it's easy now, right?
Yeah, so if you want to experience the game, you just watch it, right? So I did that and went through like all the ones that Wesker was in, and actually the ones that he wasn't in, to see if he was talked about or like how the characters saw him and stuff. So I kind of got the idea of Wesker's through line and what Johannes was doing with the script for the movie. And then I kind of was like, right, okay, got all that, and I want that all in there. And then my job then was to make this movie's version of Wesker with the influence of the games. So trying to capture the essence of Wesker, but really kind of finding this human side of him, this relatable side of Wesker that isn't just the guy in the sunglasses. You know, that's what was really important to me.
Yeah, because back in the game, Wesker was so like, it's obvious that he's a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
But in this movie, I get to experience the very different side of Wesker here, which is a refreshing one to see. Yeah, and next, this is last questions for Avan. Maybe this is a bit sensitive. You may choose not to answer, but I've noticed a lot of like skepticism regarding your role as Leon S. Kennedy. I mean, how are you handling those? And or maybe you have something to say to those who doubted you as Leon, maybe?
Oh, thanks for the question, man. You know, skepticism is sort of part of anytime you remake something that someone really, really loves, there's always going to be skepticism and stuff like that. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is I'm a real big fan of these games, specifically of Leon Kennedy. I mean, I grew up playing RE4, and then I obviously played 2, and then but I actually just recently went back and watched the reskin. It's not really a reskin, actually. It's sort of like a remastering, isn't it? It's a completely different game.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, what I did and what Johannes and I spoke about is like, you know, I went through all the games and tried to absorb as much behavior, which I think is iconically Leon, and through that, I think, you know, Johannes's goal was to reimagine, and so you honor that as an actor, and throughout the movie we honor that, and yeah, so I think at the end of the day, it's you know, I think there's always going to be people who maybe don't, who are, you know, you're remaking
don't
the thing
agree,
that they
yeah.
really love. Yeah, well, you're remaking the thing that they really love, and I think it's hard. I only translate that as a love and a passion for a film series which is, you know, iconic, or a game series which is iconic.
Hey, Robbie, how you doing?
You say you in the Spencer Mansion?
This is the RPD. This is the RPD background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the front hall. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And before I start, I must say, I've seen the movies. Your performance as Chris is top notch. Chris Redfield.
I appreciate that.
Chris happened to be my favorite character, and you played perfectly, I must say.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was a huge fan growing up, and I just didn't want to disappoint. But Johannes, he wrote such a great script, and the adaptation was so true to the games. I felt like I was in good hands. And after that first wardrobe fitting, I was just like, okay, I look like him. The script is there.
Yeah.
Half my work is done for me.
Yeah, you definitely look like him. So maybe you can tell me how is the research that you've done to get into Chris Redfield's character? Like, I think I heard you played the game before. Like, you're a fan growing up.
Oh yeah, I grew up on the games. I played the first one when it came out, so I was probably 8 years old, and it's one of my earliest video game memories. I was sitting in my basement in the dark, playing, and the dogs jumped through the window, and it just scared the living hell out of me.
That dog, right?
I know, and I always loved the games. You know, I played the one on GameCube that had the gun that like you actually shoot at the screen. Like I've played pretty much all of them. The only one I haven't played is Resident Evil Village, which we came out while we were shooting. So I'm gonna check that one out. I heard it's great.
Yeah, definitely the best Chris I've seen so far.
Is
so
it?
You have to try that out, right?
I will.
So, and I've seen your workout videos, man. Like, you are so buff, and Chris is definitely the buffiest character there is in Resident Evil. And like, do you have a very own personalized workout routine to be Chris, or like you don't do much work because you already are buff?
Well, as soon as I booked it, I was like, all right, I got to stay in shape. I had a 1-year-old at the time. He's 2 now, but
Okay.
I was like, okay, I got to balance, work life and home life. So it helped to be carrying around my baby all the time. I was like, all right, I would hold him and I would just do some curls with him, make sure I'm staying in shape. But before we started shooting, I got to go to train where Keanu Reeves trained for John Wick. So I got to have a day.
Right.
Yeah, I got to have a day working with some guns there, and then the stunt department was so great on Resident Evil because all of the zombies for the fight scenes were stuntmen and women in zombie makeup. So, they were laying out. We were actually getting to really, put some force into the fight scene so that it felt real and felt scary and felt dangerous. So that was really great.
Yeah, you were terrorized in the movie. I saw that, and wow, it was really great. Okay, last question. If there's a plan for a sequel to this movie, which Chris Redfield story adaptation or version that you hope to play in the future?
You know what? I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I heard yesterday. I heard yesterday that if there were a sequel, Johannes has talked about making Code Veronica, which would be awesome. That would be really cool. Chris has a big part in that.
Yes,
takes place in Europe and Antarctica. So that would be a big movie. That would be super cool. But to be honest with you, after reading the first movie and being a part of it and working with Johannes, he's the right guy for the job. He's a fan of the games. He played the games. We geeked out talking about them. He's the right guy, and whatever he thinks is best, I would love to be a part of it, and I trust him completely.
Okay, so Code Veronica, I think we'll see you and Kaya as Claire again. The Redfield siblings, man, it's just great. I mean, we rarely see them in games. It's only on Code Veronica, but if they actually make a Code Veronica movie, I'll be down to see it. I hope it's true. I hope it's true.
Me too.
Okay, that's it from me. So thank you for your time, and once again, thank you for bringing Chris to life so perfectly. Man, you are so perfect as Chris. Yeah.
That means so much to me. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me too. Okay, bye, Robbie.
Take care. See ya.
Nah, jadi itu tadi sedikit obrolan gue bareng para pemain Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Meskipun memang gue gak dapet kesempatan untuk ngobrol sama semuanya ya. Gue itu gak sempet untuk ngobrol sama sutradaranya juga karena gak ada slot waktunya gitu. Tapi terlepas dari kalian suka keputusan castingnya atau enggak, terlepas kalian suka atau minat sama filmnya atau enggak, gue cuma mau mengucapkan terima kasih banget atas dukungan kalian selama ini, yang subscribe, yang nonton, yang pokoknya cuma nonton doang pun. Pokoknya dukungan kalian selama ini itu udah bisa bikin gue dilirik sama Sony Pictures Indonesia untuk bisa ikut kegiatan seperti ini. Dan tentunya terima kasih juga untuk Sony Pictures Indonesia untuk undangan kegiatan acara ini gitu ya. Nah, tapi untuk video yang lainnya, untuk video pembahasan cerita, untuk video pembahasan Easter egg, dan untuk video review gue, itu tetap bakal gue uploadnya mulai tanggal 29. Jadi untuk pembahasan lebih lanjutnya, sekali lagi gue minta nih ya, mohon bersabar sedikit, tunggu sampai tanggal 29, karena itu adalah tanggal dimana film ini resmi dirilis di bioskop Indonesia gitu. Oke, jadi segitu dulu untuk video kali ini. Sekali lagi terima kasih banget untuk dukungan kalian semua. Gue Bapak Kiltrik, signing off, dan bye-bye.